off. Seriously. bastard. That's it.
104.13. That paddle we used there for 4 weeks. It wasn't there, I know. I think it was a rule on there. It was more over here.
And down the edge, mate.
You're off the edge, really. He's struggling, definitely. It's still trust. Yeah, but he's wounded, isn't he? Look at his eye, he's beating up.
Ledge should be handicapped for speed is blind.
His casting's not as good with one eye. If his casting is good with one eye.
Nightmare, mate.
Did it affect it? Oh, I'm choking. I didn't realise it would. I'm used to speedway.
You guys want to throw a ball?
If we had to look round and he stood here like that, took me like a fast fucking rod of a tree
No.
behind my foot.
I'm used to casting anyway. I didn't know it affected.
What did you get?
Alright?
Right, day 3 of the Dynamite Lindholme Festival on the bonsai, and to be honest with you, I didn't want to go. I felt absolutely shocking in the morning. I'd got an eye infection, and on the Monday morning my eye had swelled up quite a lot where I could only just see out of it, and the Tuesday, but on this particular day, on Wednesday, I couldn't even open it. I just felt terrible, but I thought I've got to go. And I drew peg 70, which is on paper people say it's a fantastic peg, but it's wind orientated. And as it turned out, the wind was blowing into that bank, so I really fancied it. So on this particular day, it was a good peg. So my plan was to fish method feeder, cast as shallow and down the margins to my left hand side. I got a tough section. Les was in my section again. He was on 63. Gary Jubb was next peg to me on 68. And Damien Beggs on 75, which was producing a lot of fish. There were a hell of a lot of fish spawning in 75. And it was about this time last year where I had a big weight on the method on that peg, and I thought he was going to absolutely empty it. And it was just one of them days where a bit of vegetation on the other bank where fish can spawn against was a good peg. And on the Kidney Island, which is in front of me on 70, there were no fish moving at all, which didn't look too good. But I thought, I'll catch down the edge. I'll definitely catch down the edge. So, because of my eyesight, I didn't really want to fish the long pole. I had to concentrate on method feeder up to the right hand point, up to the right hand island, and down the edge to my left. And I did catch quite well on the method, but I lost a lot of fish because I think the banking's fallen in, and so maybe a metre this side of the island I were hooking fish, but then they were snagging me up maybe a metre off the island. I lost a couple of feeders, I lost 8 or 9 up lengths. Just an extremely frustrating match. And every time I look round, Les was playing a fish. He's fished nice and steady. Gary Jubbs fished a really good match as well, and Damien Beggs was catching. And I could just feel that I was falling behind, and that's exactly what happened. So in the last like 40 minutes, I'm just thinking I've got to catch some fish down the edge, otherwise I will come really well down in my section. And I've had a run of fish down the edge and I've caught reasonably well, but as it turned out I was 1 fish short. I've ended up with basically I fed down the edge exactly the same green swimstin marine halibut, and I've fished bunches of maggot, like 3 and 4 maggots on a big old, targeting the better fish. And I've weighed 103 pound 12, and Gary Jubb had 104 pound 1, and Damien Beggs had 106 pound, and he was second in the section. Les won the section with 129. Damien Beggs was second with 106. Gary Jubb was third with 104, and I was fourth with 103. So one fish has separated me becoming fourth in the section or second, and I'd have definitely taken a second in the section. So yeah, it was one of them matches where, looking back, I'd have fished it slightly different, but there was nothing I could do. I wasn't thinking straight, I couldn't fish properly, so it was just one of them days. So now I've got a first, a second and a fourth, so that fourth is definitely my dropper. So Willows the following day, let's see what happens then.